Mr. Afshinpour. You've been pre-approved for credit limit increase. Ha! Not falling for that.
What's up guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. Forgive me for not posting for the past couple of weeks. I had to kind of shift my focus on getting bags and signing some contracts because as soon as I made a massive investment into revamping all my gear and spending thousands of dollars on a new cinema camera, I just happened to get hit by another tsunami wave of expenses. It just so happens that life kind of works that way. And whenever you make a jump, you get hit by everything possible. All my yearly subscriptions renewed automatically. A little visit to the mechanic cost me almost a Gino. My new apartment that I just signed the lease on needed the first month as a deposit, and I got excited because it had free parking space in downtown Montreal. Failed to realize it came with none of the appliances, which I still need to get. While all of this is happening, one of my buddies comes to the office to work with me here, and then we ended up going to work out after, and then he forgot his laptop at my office. So we're in his car, right? And then he asked me if I could run up and get his laptop because I have the keys and I have the card to have access to the building. So I run up, I come back with his laptop, and right before I re-enter his car, I drop my phone and crack the screen on my phone. I know, this is how life works.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
You see, this is what I don't like about my profession. You have to spend all of your money back into your business, and I know exactly what the counter argument is. It used to cost millions of dollars to make a movie. Yeah, I know, okay, I know, but we're not in the 1950s anymore. I reached a stage in my career where I needed to revamp all of my equipment because if I wanted to work on bigger projects, I couldn't be out here vlogging on my phone expecting somebody to knock on my door and give me an opportunity of a lifetime. Hey, Mr. Afshinpour, how can I help you? I'm a big time Hollywood producer. Okay. Yeah, we've been noticing all the vlogs you've been posting with your phone. Did you really? And the way that you pour the perfect amount of milk to cereal ratio? Yeah, man, and the way that you find the perfect size Tupperware for leftover dinner? And we thought that we would offer you the opportunity to film and produce a Netflix documentary that's coming out next fall. So yeah, the line of reasoning for me to buy a cinema camera was quite simple. I wanted to work on bigger projects, and I told myself, okay, I might have to spend maybe $10,000 on this camera, plus buying the rig and all the accessories, plus a bunch of other things that I need to buy. Still haven't even tapped into buying lights. Lights are thousands of dollars too. But then I realized that there's such thing as good debt and bad debt. Obviously, bad debt is you're buying assets that are depreciating in value, and good debt, you could buy assets that appreciate in value, like a house is considered a good debt. Bad debt would be considered as clothing or some new shoes or whatnot. Some would argue that a bachelor's of art degree is a bad debt. Some would argue that a bachelor's of art degree is a good debt. Usually education is considered good debt because, well, educated people get hired more. Every year of my journey, I invested back into my business. Year number one, I invested in an iMac Pro that you've probably seen in the background of a lot of my YouTube videos. In year two, I invested in the Sony a7 III, my drone and a gimbal. And now year three, I decided to level up my shooting gear and I got myself the Blackmagic 6K Pro. You gotta spend money to make money. And really for me, it was kind of a no-brainer to spend $10,000, and in return, I get a chance to have a salary and possibly the ability to make daddy figures with no baby on the way. It was a no-brainer. Okay, spend 10 racks on gear and revamp everything, as long as you're going out there and you're gonna put in the work, because it's one thing to buy the gear, it's another thing to master it. And I know I'm nowhere near mastering it, so I just have to, put in the hours of work to try to understand this machine so I could utilize it to its best of its capabilities. So there's so much depth in filmmaking. There's coloring, there's people that just specialize in coloring, and then there's lighting, people that just specialize in lighting, and shooting, people that just specialize in that, and editing and post-production. And it's like an ocean deep industry, and to try to wrap your head around it all, it's kind of overwhelming. but I feel like I'm exactly where I need to be in my career. It was the stage of my journey where I needed to invest. I strongly feel that. I strongly feel that I am exactly where I need to be in order to, you know, possibly stand and bang with the best in the world. You know, I don't think I'm there yet, but I think I'm on my way, you know? So we're gonna keep working. And this video was kind of just a reminder to myself and to the people watching that a lot of the time, you know, like debt and credit card debt would make me anxious. And I was always like afraid to put things on my credit card. Then I would feel guilty if I spend my credit card too much. But as of recently, I'm like, you know what, man, it is what it is. A lot of rich people, I realize, have a lot of debt, but their debt is increasing their net worth. Just ask any real estate agent. There are probably one of the best people at managing debts, like up to like $500,000, millions of dollars worth of debt that they're just managing and moving money around and whatnot in order to own more and more real estate. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, if these people could do it with millions of dollars, what's stopping me? Holy shit, what's stopping me from doing it with a couple of Genos, right? So can't always be afraid of, you know, spending a little money to make a little money. I am excited to talk about the black magic probably in another video and not in this one. But the main message that I wanted to get across here is to invest in yourself. You know, there's all this hype about Bitcoin, there's all this hype about the stock market. And me too, for the first quarter, even parts of the second quarter of 2021, I was just like, okay, where do I invest my money? And I was freaking out, and I was just looking to you know, find the next big thing that's gonna make me rich overnight. And you know, I failed to realize that, you know, I needed to go back into investing into myself and investing into my business and trying to level myself up, you know. So this is, I guess, a reminder for everybody out there. If you're investing in yourself, you shouldn't be tripping, man. I told myself, I want to make big man moves this year, and in order to make big man moves, I needed the big man gear. So, you know, I went ahead and executed. It just so happens today, right before I recorded, I got accepted for a line of credit. So probably with my line of credit, I'm gonna cover the damages on my credit card, so I pay less interest on all the gear that I bought. And I think the black magic is really gonna bring my work to the next level, so I had to make the jump. And it was unfortunate that all these expenses kind of surfaced at the same time, but I know I can weather the storm and you know, come out stronger. So all this to say that if you're going through struggles financially, just weather the storm, and we should be fine. You know, there's definitely light at the end of the tunnel. We're already here. I already feel it. The city's starting to feel alive. It feels great to, you know, step out of the pandemic and chase our dreams again. So I'm excited for that, and I want to thank everyone for spending time with me, watching my videos. I appreciate every single one of you, especially the people who subscribe to my channel. This takes a lot of time out of my schedule, so I'm kind of bummed out that I need to chase bags and then come back to my YouTube. I wish I could. My dream would be to like be able to do YouTube on a full-time basis. I'm nowhere near that yet. I told myself that I'm gonna make at least 100 videos before I give up. So I believe we're at video number 28 or something, or 23, I'm not sure. But we're gonna keep pumping out content as much as we can. And my channel is about really making somebody else's journey a little easier than mine. And whenever I make a move or I learn something, I make sure to share it with you guys, because yeah, I just want somebody to have an easier journey than I had. As soon as I realize something, as soon as I learn something, I make sure to share it with my subscribers and my viewers. If you're new to this channel and you enjoyed the content that you see, please consider subscribing. It will encourage me to keep posting videos here on my YouTube. And for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for sharing your time with me. I'll catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace.